Good morning, Miss.
Good
Good,
morning.
Miss
Hi.
Fatin.
Hi, Miss.
I missed you so much.
I miss you way more.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mia.
Miss Fatin, I missed you so much.
I miss you way more, Yasin. I miss teaching you in the class and playing games. Good morning, Bella. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning.
morning, Miss.
Hi, Miss.
Do I bring out the worksheet?
No, we're not going to work on the worksheet today.
Miss, can I ask you something?
Yes, Lama?
Miss, just to let you know, I did the worksheet.
Why did we start on the reptiles very fast?
Did we?
Have the work.
It's okay,
Why did
Lama.
Why did we start learning about the reptiles so fast?
Because you're excellent students and you can do it. And these lessons are so easy, right?
I mean,
I
that's
mean,
I
we
did
learned
the
about the
worksheet.
reptiles before. We have learned about those before.
Miss
Yes.
Fatin.
Yes, now you know more information. Yes, Joel.
Miss. Hi, Miss. Hi,
Hi,
Miss.
Miss. Hi, Miss. Okay, Yalla, let's make the deal. I will count
Okay.
till 5. At 5, I want you to mute yourselves. 1, 2, 3,
Water?
4.
Can I go get water?
Yes, you can. 4.5. 4.5. Who still didn't mute himself? And 5. I miss you too. I love you too. And I want you to mute yourself. Keep muted till I call your name. When I call your name, you can unmute yourself. Bravo, ya Bayan. Thank you for bringing everything. Hi, Miss. So again, mute yourself. Don't give any answer if I didn't call your name. Listen to me. This time, today, I will explain the reptiles lesson. Next week, we will solve the amphibians worksheet and the reptiles worksheet. Yesterday, I uploaded a worksheet on the app. It's about reptiles. So once we're done today, I want you to practice the worksheet. Next week, we will solve the amphibians worksheet and the reptiles worksheet. Yes, ya Ali Basma, what's your question?
I worksheet before the Zoom,
Great job.
and I have the first question. And the first question, I know that which, but they are saying justify and answer. This question I didn't get.
Okay, so look, I will upload the solution of the worksheet on Saturday, and next week I will explain everything in the Zoom session. Deal? Till then, I want you to practice by yourself, and I forgot. And if you still have any questions, anything to ask about, you can send me private messages.
Yes.
Miss, can I tell you something?
Yalla, rules of Miss Fatin's class. We cannot unmute ourselves if she didn't call our name. Second, we don't send anything in the chat. Deal?
Deal.
Great job. Yalla, mute again. Mute, quickly.
Miss,
Animals are classified into 2 large groups, vertebrates and invertebrates. Yalla ya Rida. When do we consider when do we classify an animal as a vertebrate?
Miss, the connection is not good. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I can. When do we say that an animal is a vertebrate?
When it has a backbone. When it has a
Excellent يا
backbone.
رضا. برافو يا رضا. يلا يا إبراهيم. The backbone has also two other names. What do we call a backbone?
What?
The backbone has two
A
other names.
backbone. Spines.
The backbone is also called a spine and شو يا مريم? The backbone is called a spine like Ibrahim said and vertebral column. The backbone is also called a spine and a vertebral column. Thank you. Vertebrates are animals with a backbone. The backbone is also called a spine or a vertebral column. Mia, name 3 vertebrate animals. 3 vertebrates.
Okay. Cats.
Cats, think of the groups, ya Mia. Cats are vertebrates. Fish. What else? Cats, fish, and birds. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Vertebrates are animals with a backbone like cats, fish, and birds. Ghadir, name one.
I have 2 cats.
Great. Ghadir, name one invertebrate. Invertebrates don't have a backbone. Name one invertebrate.
Spider.
Spider, thank you so much. Bravo. Yalla. I will share with you the PowerPoint. Vertebrates are animals with a backbone such as giraffes, snakes, cats, and they are classified into 5 groups. Yalla ya Salma Abdallah. Salma, what are the 5 groups of vertebrates?
Fish.
Fish,
Mammals.
mammals,
Amphibians.
amphibians, reptiles, and
Birds.
birds. Perfect. Bravo ya Salma. Fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals are the 5 groups of vertebrates. And let's make a very quick revision about fish. Yalla, all together. Go, 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 go. You can unmute yourselves now. All together. Fish. Fish live underwater.
In what?
What is this?
Live in water.
Tailfin.
This is the tail fish.
They are oviparous. They are oviparous.
What is
They are
this?
called oviparous.
This is a fin. Thank you. B.
Disconnected
Disconnected or detached. What are these? Fin. What about this?
opening.
Good job. Yalla, I will count till 5. I will count till 5. Mute yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and a half, 4 and a half. Thanks all. Good job. Gill opening. Fish live underwater. They use their gills to breathe. When they breathe, water goes inside their mouth and it goes outside its body through the gills opening. The job of the gills is to take oxygen from water before water leaves the fish body. What is the mode of reproduction of fish? So when I ask you about mode of reproduction of fish, we say that fish are oviparous animals since they lay eggs in water. Fish are also cold-blooded since they do not have a fixed body temperature. Their temperature changes according to the surroundings. The second group of vertebrates that we talked about was the amphibians group. Yalla, let me ask Lama. Lama, name 2 animals that belong to the amphibians group. Amphibians like
The
what?
frog
The frog and
and
Ali Saleh, can you help us with this? Lama said frogs. What is another animal that belongs to the amphibians group? Rev.
toads.
Toads. Good job.
Salamanders. Caecilians and salamanders.
Salamanders.
Amphibians.
Yalla, mute again. Mute again. Frogs, toads, Caecilians, salamanders, and newts are animals that belong to the amphibians group. Don't unmute yourself, but say them with me. Frogs, toads, Caecilians, salamanders, and newts are amphibians. Again, frogs, toads, Caecilians, salamanders, and newts are amphibians. We consider them as amphibians because, so look at their pictures. We consider them as amphibians because they have a moist, slimy, shiny, naked skin. Look at the skin of the frog, of the Caecilian, of the toad, salamanders and newts. They are shiny and slimy. Amphibians are oviparous. This means that they lay also eggs in water. Fish and amphibians are vertebrates that lay eggs in water. They are oviparous animals. Amphibians, I told you last time that the word amphibians means 2 lives. The word amphibians, 2 lives. Tadpoles that live in water only, and adult amphibians that can live in water and on land. Amphibians change a lot during their life cycles. When they are young, they are tadpoles. They use their gills to breathe, and they use their fins to move, while adults use their legs to move, and they use their lungs and their moist skin to breathe. Amphibians are cold-blooded, meaning that they do not have a fixed body temperature. Their temperature changes according to the environment. Look at the young frog, the baby frog, which is the tadpole, and look at the big frog. They do not look the same. They are so different. So baby frogs change a lot during their life cycle. When we're talking about all baby amphibians, they change a lot during their life cycle. This change is called, what do we call this change? This question is for all of you. The set of transformations that
Metamorphosis.
this is metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
Yalla, say the word metamorphosis. Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
Okay, listen to me. When baby fish hatch from their eggs, they look like their mama. When baby Abbas, a fin came out. Hassan, can you please mute yourself? Ibrahim too? You're not following the rules. We said that we only unmute ourselves when we want to talk. So when Abbas was a baby, he looked like his parents. When Ibrahim was a baby, also he looked like his parents. When Bella was a baby, she looked like her parents. Baby fish look like their parents. Baby elephants look like their parents. Baby snakes look like their parents. Only baby amphibians do not look like their parents. They change a lot and they go through metamorphosis. Deal? Did we all understand? So amphibians are the only animals that go, لا مش the only animals, عندي other animals كمان بس invertebrates. So amphibians go through metamorphosis, which is the change that amphibians go through. And this was, I showed you last time, a video showing the metamorphosis of amphibians, of a frog. The tadpole does not look like his mama. It changes a lot. Yeah, let's do this. When I call your name, you can answer. Compare and contrast. And you that belongs to the amphibians group and the fish that belongs to the fish group. يلا علي برجي. Both are what? What can I write in the middle, يا علي برجي?
Both are vertebrates and both are cold-blooded.
Both are vertebrates. Just give me one answer. Excellent job. Bravo bravo برجي. Newts and fish are vertebrates. Safia Din. Both are what?
what?
Both newts and fish. What can you tell me about them? Both are شو?
Both live in water.
Newts don't live only in water. Newts also live on land.
Yeah.
How do they reproduce? Yes, Safia Din, I'm helping you. How do they reproduce? Both.
They reproduce by laying eggs.
So both lay eggs. Or we can
Eggs.
both are oviparous. Yalla ya Joel. Let's start talking about differences between these two animals. I taught you last time how to solve this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fish
Okay.
have gills, but newts have lungs.
Excellent. Bravo. Fish have gills while she used the word while. Excellent, ya Joel. Newts have lungs. For all those listening to me right now, when you talk about breathing in one side, you should also, when you talked about gills to breathe, honey, also you have to talk about the breathing thing. Newts have lungs, and in the middle to compare them, Joelle used the word while. She used the word while. يلا يا حسن زلغوت. يلا يا حسن. Give me something else, a difference between fish and newts.
Newt have a slimy skin. Slimy skin.
Have a
Slime shiny skin.
A slimy, shiny skin. What about fish?
Fish have detached scales.
Have detached scales. Excellent job. Bravo. So again, in the first side, Zalhut talked about the skin of newts. In the second side, Zalhut talked about the skin of fish. We're not allowed to write in the chat. يلا يا Hassan Basma, do you want to give a try?
Yes.
يلا.
The fish they live in water only.
Bravo. Fish live in water only. Okay, what about newts?
The second news live in water and on land.
Bravo ya Hassan. Thus I added the word adults since we're talking about big newts. Excellent ya Hassan. So he said
Yes.
fish live in water only while, don't forget the word while newts live in water and on land.
Yes.
Excellent ya Hassan. Akid, we have lots of things to say. Newts go through metamorphosis. Fish don't go through metamorphosis. Adult newts, يعني big newts, use their legs to move. Fish use their gills, their fins to move. Yeah. هلا we'll start talking.
Teacher,
Yes.
teacher, when you write adult newts like live in water on land, but the small one that live in water, not the other.
Big ones, adult amphibians live in water and on land. They can go in both in both.
But they breathe by lungs.
Yes, I know, but they should leave water to breathe. And don't forget that they also use their skin to breathe. So this moist skin can be used also to breathe. Okay? Adult amphibians.
Can I tell you
Yes.
something?
Yes, you can. يلا يا عبد.
Have you ever did foam in your life?
What?
Foam.
I didn't understand. What do you want to say?
The foam.
What is Abbas saying?
Like the
I don't know.
Me too.
We do not.
Yes.
I think
How do we do?
how do you do foam?
Yes, Miss. He said first. Have you ever made foam
In your life. Does he mean the foam that like the experiment? That experiment?
Okay, but is this related to amphibians? Is he talking about a kind of amphibian?
No.
Okay. Yeah, Abbas. We'll keep this till later. Dear Habibi. Yalla reptile.
We can.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Arabic say yes.
Can I do, please?
Yalla, we still have lots of things to do. We'll talk now about reptiles. Are you ready, my cute reptiles?
My what?
My cute reptiles.
Yes.
The third group of vertebrates that we'll talk about is reptiles, crocodiles, snakes, iguanas, tortoises are reptiles. These are reptiles.
Teacher?
Yes?
I have me and my brother have a turtle, and also one time I caught an iguana. It was so small. Then I had to send it out free.
And these two
It
animals are reptiles.
enjoy in his life.
Great. Yalla, I'll count till 5. Mute, mute. 1. Hi, Tala. Mute. 2. 3.
Miss, I was trying to get in, but they're not.
It's okay, Tala. Welcome. Happy that you joined. This is a snake. Snakes are reptiles. Most are
Scary.
جماعة mute. Mute. Let me see who is not following the rules. Who still didn't unmute himself. Most reptiles live on land, but few live in water. Zahra Fadlallah, Salma Tiba. Give me names of amphibians, of reptiles that live in water. Name a reptile that lives in water.
Turtle or tortoise?
Turtle, sea turtle. Thank you. Any other example?
There is crocodiles
Okay,
sometimes.
but they do not sometimes. Okay. Sea turtles are reptiles that live in water. It's right that they live in water, but they need to come out of the water to breathe. Does this mean that reptiles have gills? What do you think? Do reptiles
No,
have
they
gills?
have
No,
lungs.
they have lungs. And
No.
for this reason, even reptiles living in water need to go outside the water to breathe. All reptiles breathe with the lungs. So again, most reptiles live on land, but few live in water, such as sea turtles, sea snakes, and these reptiles breathe with their lungs. I want you to look at the skin of the reptiles. Look at the first two figures. They have scales, but these scales are fused together. They are connected to each other. They are attached to each other. These scales are also strong and dry. So what can we tell about the reptile's skin? Reptiles have fused, connected, attached, strong, dry scales. You can choose the word that you want. I prefer that you say connected scales. Fish have disconnected scales. Their scales are not connected. But reptiles have strong scales that are connected to each other. How do reptiles reproduce? Reptiles reproduce by laying eggs. And as you can see, baby reptiles look like their parents. This is the cute baby crocodile. And as you can see, the baby turtles. The difference between fish, amphibians, and reptiles is that reptiles lay their eggs on land. Fish and amphibians, you're not muted. Why? Fish and amphibians lay eggs in water, but reptiles lay eggs on the land, even sea turtles. Sea turtles go outside the water, they lay their eggs in the sand on land, and they come back to water. Then, when baby sea turtle hatch from the egg, the babies go to the water. But reptiles lay their eggs on land, and we say that reptiles are also oviparous animals. Reptiles are oviparous. Don't send me anything in the chat. So what do we know now? This is not the revision. Reptiles are classified into 5 groups. I will be talking now with those who watched the video. What are the 5 groups of reptiles? The 5 groups of reptiles. This question is for all of you. What are the 5 groups of reptiles?
I know.
Alligators,
Crocodiles, snakes,
Tortoise,
lizards,
iguana.
Turtles.
lizards,
Lizards.
Snake, alligator, and
tortoises,
Tortoise.
Alligators.
Alligators.
Tortoises live on land while
And
turtles live in water.
what is the fifth category of reptiles?
Alligators.
Snake.
One group is missing.
Snake.
Snakes. Thank you. Snakes. Snakes.
I'll say it as snake.
Snakes.
Crocodiles.
Listen to me. Alligators. In the alligators group, you will find crocodiles. You will find caimans. Crocodiles and caimans belong to the alligators group. In the lizards group, you will find chameleons, lizards, iguanas. In the turtles group, you will find the sea turtles. We have different kinds of names of turtles. Tortoises also.
Also
Komodo dragon. Yes. Bravo, bravo, bravo. The Komodo dragon. Who said this? Komodo dragons. Yes, Tala.
This means are crocodiles reptiles?
What?
Are crocodiles reptiles?
Yes, for sure. Don't they have connected scales? Don't they breathe with their lungs? Aren't they oviparous that lay eggs on land?
Yes.
Aren't they cold-blooded? So all of these characteristics make them reptiles. Rattlesnakes, boas, cobras are snakes.
Miss?
Listen to me. Wait a bit. Wait a bit.
ايش جنبي بالكاميرا؟
إبراهيم, you're not muted حبيبي. وعندي 8 messages in the chat. لإلكم أنا من مين زعلت؟ زعلت من رضا، زعلت من ميا، من علي برجي، من بيان. And Tala. Don't send anything in the chat. The difference between turtles and tortoises is that turtles live in or near water, but tortoises do not like water. Tortoises live on land. Tortoises live their whole life on land, while turtles live in or near water. So let's continue right here.
Miss, can you say for me, squirrel, which group of animals?
Yalla, when we finish, yalla ma.
Okay.
Turtles, tortoises, lizards, snakes, and alligators are the 5 groups of reptiles. In the first chart, you can see the turtle, a sea turtle. Turtles live in water. In the second, you have tortoise that lives on land. Reptiles are vertebrates. They have a backbone. They have connected, attached, fused, strong, dry scales. They are oviparous. They lay their eggs on land. They are cold-blooded. Their body temperature isn't fixed. And they are classified into 5 groups: turtles, tortoises, snakes, lizards, and alligators. So before I do this, Yalama, squirrels are mammals since they have fur on their bodies. And they reproduce by giving birth.
Okay.
They do not lay eggs. Squirrels are mammals. Yalla, who still did not participate? Raise your hand if you didn't participate. Don't talk. Just raise your hand if you didn't participate. Fadl, Zahra, Ali Saleh, Tala. Wallah, Maryam participated, but she's raising her hand. Ghadir kaman, Ali Basma. Okay, Talia, I didn't hear Talia's voice in you. I will start with Talia.
Yeah, miss.
Yalla, ya Talia. The anaconda is a kind of snake, so it belongs to the reptiles group. Toads are amphibians. Let's compare them. Both are what? What can you write in the middle?
They both have they are both reptiles.
Both are reptiles. Are
Miss,
toads reptiles?
we
Lama,
can
please
leave.
mute.
They both have slimy skin.
Listen to me, Talia. They belong to different groups. Anacondas are snakes, so they are in the reptiles group. Toads are amphibians. They are completely different.
Both have slimy skin.
No, snakes do not have a slimy skin. Look at the skin of the anaconda. It has scales. It doesn't have a slimy skin.
Both are oviparous.
Mia, it's Talia's turn. شو تاليا؟ يلا يا Mia. Mia, help us with this. Talia, you will answer something else, just not to lose time. يلا يا Mia. Both are what?
Both are oviparous.
Both are
Both
oviparous.
eggs.
Thank you. يلا mute. Bayan. What can we also tell about these two animals? Both are what? Fadl. Fadl and Bayan. Both are what? We're talking about anacondas and toads. Both are vertebrates. Thank you, Fadl. Bravo, ya Fadl. Yalla, something else. Something else. شو يا ريف? Both are what?
Both are cold-blooded.
Both are cold-blooded.
Teacher, reptiles are cold-blooded.
Yes, reptiles are cold-blooded. What about differences?
All of them?
Differences. Yalla, Zahra Fadlallah and Tala Firauni. Help me with this. Give me one difference between an anaconda and a toad.
The Colorado River toad can live in water, but the anaconda can't live in water. The turtle has
Adult
slimy
toad.
skin.
قصدك the toad.
Can live in water.
Adult toads have slimy skin. Yes. Yes, yes, Zahra. What about anacondas? What do they have?
They have
Help us, Yatala. What do anacondas have? They are snakes. They are reptiles. What do they have?
they have connected scales.
Connected scales. Thank you. Yalla, something else. I will ask Salma Tiba and Salma Abdullah. Salma Tiba and Salma Abdullah. What is another difference between anacondas and toads? We still have less than 1 minute, so I will go myself. You can unmute yourself and answer. Anacondas lay eggs on land.
Math, I have a question.
They
Toads lay eggs
eggs in water.
in the water.
They
Math,
don't
I have a question.
wait. Where they don't go through metamorphosis. Toads go through metamorphosis. Okay, yes, what's your question? يمكن عندك 3 seconds.